Welcome back to Data Simplified, and today we are looking at how to index. Indexing can be used for a variety of reasons, but quite often businesses will use it for customer profiling against a certain base, how months are performing against a certain base. The whole point of indexing really is to see if the values that you're indexing in your data are higher or lower in comparison to one another. And they normally all tend to work off of the base of 100, which tends to represent the average value of a data set. However, there are a few certain different ways that you can index. I'm just going to show you the most simple one today using my fictional Data Simplified sandwich shop. So as I said, I've got a fictional Data Simplified sandwich shop, and I'm looking at these age groups and how many sandwiches they have purchased in the last month at Data Simplified Sandwiches. And you'll notice here we've got a new row ready for our index values. So first of all, I'm going to need a base figure. So the way an index works is it normally always works around a base of 100. But in order to get that base of 100 in your data, you need to create a base from within your data that's a reasonable average of the data to work as that 100 base. Again, there are different ways to do this. I'm just showing you the most simple one. So what we're going to do is simply equals average, open bracket, and I'll do this manually just to show you guys the process. Select all of the data, click enter, and we get 56. So that's the average of our data set, and that's what we're going to use as the 100 baseline for the data. So just think of it this way, essentially 56 is the 100, which is the basis for our data. So in the index itself, we're going to type in equals 100, actual base, times the value we're after, divided by what we're using as a 100 base, the 56. And I am very quickly just going to click FN and F4, just so we're always using the same cell value for 56. I'll hit enter, and then I'm just going to drag this formula across, and we get the numbers. Now at this point, I like to spot check a couple of these. So what I tend to like to do is to pick a number that's quite near our base value. So for example, 61 is just a little bit higher than 56, and it's saying that that's got an index of 110. So I think that's reasonable, and I'd say the index is working based on that. If 61 had an index of say 200, we know 61 is not double 56, so we know that that is probably incorrect. So then you've got your index. So then you can see more clearly which ones are higher than average, which ones are lower than average. So in general, my sandwich shop over indexes on 18 to 25-year-olds, but under indexes on 56-plus-year-olds. And this can obviously provide useful insight when you're looking at targeting certain demographics with your business. You can also graph this, and this is quite often done by setting a base as 100 in a graph, just to see a really good visual of where you're over-indexing and where you're under-indexing. As always, I hope you found that helpful, and if you've got any questions, please just let me know in the comments below. See you next time on Data Simplified.